It's Week 10 of the NFL, and our focus is on Dameon Pierce. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Texans and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 or 5 before that. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new. Something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
They find someone taking it right down Broadway. Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down, run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. Breaks through the contact. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Texans at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Pierce will try to pick it up. Able to power through. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
Well, they're hoping to do it consistently here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. As Stroud now to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Stroud will run the option left. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. A little juke. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt the defense.
23 yards the pickup there. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Burrow. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First and 10, it's Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. We've got an injured player, and that's running back Devin Singletary, who's in some discomfort. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pierce. Will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run for it with Pierce. And this time he is in. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
On one, ready? 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to roam now. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Chase, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Another carry for Pierce. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, here's Pierce. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andrew Beck taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And they go play action now. Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll work down inside the 45. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
11.
Mixing up the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, great grab by Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They go again with Pierce. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. The quick slant caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now Burrow on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Okay, ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Holding. Offense.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. Stroud looking to throw. Open man downfield is Woods. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll run with Boone here. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Again, they're going to go with Boone. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Hand off right side to Pierce.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals
down by 10, 33 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A final shot now for Burrow.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.